We are here with Eliza Doyle with Waste Not YXE. Welcome.
Hi.
Well, thank you for coming on my show. So what is Waste Not YXE?
Waste Not YXE is a group that just formed in January, and we're a group of similar-minded individuals from kind of all around Saskatchewan that are just interested in reducing the amount of garbage that ends up in our landfills.
Mm-hmm. And that's a hard thing to do because I know with packaging, there's so much packaging they use for things. So
Yes.
what can we do about that?
Well, what we did is we started a monthly challenge. So it kind of introduces the concept slowly for beginners. And so no matter what stage you are in wanting to reduce your waste, it kind of introduces you to the steps you can take. So the first month challenge was simply looking at the garbage, like looking at the stuff that you have in your garbage. Mm-hmm. So you recycle things, of course you have all the packaging, you put plastic and recycle it, but there's still things that end up in your garbage. So the first step was just looking at what you have. And then the second step was reducing the use of single-use items like plastic water bottles and to-go coffee cups. Straws is a big thing that you don't really think about. Every time you go and you get a drink from a restaurant, they always put a straw in your water, and that straw always ends up in the garbage.
That's a good point. I never thought of that.
Yeah, it's like, do you need a straw?
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
There's reusable straws so that you can buy things. This Saskatoon is full of shops and businesses that support this initiative. So you can actually buy a set of reusable metal straws from the Better Good.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some other steps that you could take?
Well, this month's challenge is focusing on celebrating businesses that support that type of lifestyle. Mm-hmm. But simple steps, like a lot of times we found people are scared to kind of join because they don't know where to start. And, you know, Melissa Nygren, one of the ladies who helped start this group, she's doing amazing. She has a little mason jar, and all the garbage she's had since January fits in that. Everything else has been able to be recycled, or she's reduced it. So some people look at that and they get scared and go, oh my gosh, like I'm not ready for that. But I think the simplest thing, like this was the challenge number 2, was bring a coffee cup with you and a reusable water bottle and reusable shopping bags. Mm-hmm. So even things that you buy your apples, you put apples in a plastic bag. Mm-hmm. Well, there's businesses that sell now, or that you can make your own mesh bags. So you just put the apples in your reusable bag.
Oh, that's wonderful. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
So it's something new, and I'm sure a lot of other viewers might not know that.
And it's a very, very, very simple step. So maybe you're at the point where, you know, you want to just, you know, focus on making that change and not taking plastic from grocery stores, and that's a good step. I mean, you can go all the way to, you know, you could make your own toothpaste and deodorant so that you're not having to buy, because you can't really recycle toothpaste tubes. Yeah, toothbrushes are very hard to recycle as well because the plastic, you have to remove the bristles, aren't recyclable, so it's a very big process. Mm-hmm. You can buy bamboo toothbrushes so that those are biodegradable.
Well, really? See,
yeah.
So what are some other things that you can simplify? I didn't know about all these things.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, there's lots of, and the thing that we're working on a website right now. Like right now, we've got a Facebook page and we've got a group, and people are joining. I think 100 people joined yesterday, which is super great. And so there, you have a lot of information on the challenges and what you can do. And there's also a link to a blog that's got recipes if you want to make your own toothpaste or your own deodorant or different things like that. Another big thing is reducing the use of buying toxic cleaning supplies. So by replacing, you can make your own laundry detergent, replacing, even just your, the spray that you use in your kitchen, disinfectant, household cleaners, stuff like that. Okay. So basically anything, buying in bulk, if you think about you're at the grocery store and you're like, oh, I want a chocolate bar, and you can't recycle the packaging on a chocolate bar. So you can go, you can buy chocolate in bulk from your grocery store or support the farmer's market. There's some lovely ladies that make their own chocolate there. Bring your own container. and then just buy it there. So it's really just, you know, I've had situations where I'm out and I forget my to-go coffee cup, and I really want a coffee, but I just don't have a coffee. It's not the end of the world. You know, and so like once you start making the small steps, it's not really that difficult, you know?
So it's a lifestyle change.
It's a lifestyle change, and the benefits of it are, I mean, the easiest one is financial. You know, people who do this, they can reduce their household cost by 50%.
Holy, that's a good savings.
It is a good savings. I mean, think about, you know, if you're going to go buy a pizza, in a packaged frozen pizza, well, you're going to save money if you make it from scratch. And you're going to save money if you're not buying toilet bowl cleaner and you're not buying, you know, all of this kind of stuff. So financial incentive, you know, is a big one for people. But for me, I do it because I feel good. You know, I feel like I'm treading as lightly on the earth as I can.
That's a lovely expression. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a nice feeling. And to take it a step further, you know, it's one thing to recycle things, right? So I could buy, I don't know, a hairbrush or something, and it's got the plastic on it. And I could just be, okay, well, that's okay, I'll just recycle it. But to take it a step further, it's really trying to find those things that don't even have the plastic packaging that you recycle in the first place, because that's still a lot of energy. Plastic water bottles, people drink it and they think, oh yeah, I'm recycling it. But what if that never had to be made in the first place? It gets shipped all the way from who knows where, your water, into the groceries, into this, into that. So many steps that you could just simply reduce it by filling up a water bottle at home before you go.
So it's more than recycling and reusing.
Yeah.
It's beyond that.
It is beyond that once you take it there. But one thing that we really, when we're talking about it, and is really, people can start wherever they are, and nobody's judging. You know, I remember there's a post on the Facebook group where someone said, you know, I feel kind of embarrassed about this, but this is the first to-go mug I've ever bought, and I'm using it for the first time. You know, she's in her 30s. And it's no judgment. It's like, great, if that's where you start, even if you use that 50% of the time, even if you know, instead of going to roll up the rim or whatever you do, you use your coffee cup, reusable coffee cup 3 times a week, that's still progress. So it's a really, I mean, you know, it takes a while to get into the swing of it, especially if you have a family, and you know, there's a lot of things. So you just make the small steps, and that's why February's challenge, the way we've kind of set it up is to help people start from the beginning. So it's
So
not,
you want to talk a little bit about how to start from the beginning
Yeah.
again, Jen, just
Yeah,
to
because-
remind people?
yeah,
Yes.
because to think of like, oh my
Okay.
gosh, I got to make my own toothpaste, that can
Okay.
be overwhelming for
Exactly.
people.
So
So
what would be the first thing
the
you'd
very
suggest?
first step that we suggested was taking a look at just what's in your garbage. What ends up in your garbage? So if it's styrofoam from takeout containers, you know, bring a to-go container with you when you go out for supper, so that you don't constantly have to have that and throw it away. If it's styrofoam from coffee cups, take a look at bringing, you know, just notice what's in your trash, because a lot of people don't. You just, you know, tie it up and toss it out the back, it disappears, you don't see it. You know, so first step is kind of looking at that, and February's challenge was to just replace the single-use items, single-use being straws, takeaway containers, plastic shopping bags, anything that basically you use once and throw away. So replace those with items that you can reuse, like coffee cups, water bottles, reusable straws. Bring your own kind of Tupperware container to the restaurant. And this month is just to celebrate the businesses that support that. So go in and take, you know, we'll have links up to our website of all the different businesses.
And are there lots of businesses in Saskatchewan or Saskatoon that are?
Tons, yeah.
Okay.
Local, like your farmer's market is full of people that make things there. You bring your own, reusable bag. And what we're doing is we really want other people to join and tell us, because we know we're just starting out, and this is just a group that kind of started with a few people, Melissa Nygren, Cassandra Stein, and Jessie Selkirk, Christina Wilson, and we're just kind of we're just kind of navigating it, and we're so interested in people's ideas. 100 people joined yesterday
Oh, awesome.
to
That's
the Waste
wonderful.
Not YXE Facebook group, and that's just so exciting for us because, what ideas do they have or that they can offer? Because you're always, but there's tons of people here that make local soaps, and local deodorants. Look at all of that stuff that you can replace those items with non-toxic ones and support local.
So it looks like we're looking for ways to tread softly on the earth, and
Yes.
that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad I could have you on your show today.
Yeah,
And so
me
how
too.
can people get a hold of you or join?
Well, you just go search on Facebook, Waste Not YXE. And you can just request to be joined. And then once you're joined, you can add people as you want, people that you think might be interested in it. And in the About section, we explain all the challenges that we've done in January and February. So if you're interested in joining, then and catching up, you can kind of look at those. And there's a link to a blog that's got all the recipes and all the different ideas and links to different things you can use. And we've got a monthly so when you do the monthly challenge, you're entered into a draw. So last month, somebody won a whole set of reusable shopping bags.
Well, isn't that wonderful? So
yeah.
thank you very much for
Thank you
being
for
on my show
having
again.
me.
And good luck. And grassroots projects are often the best.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
We'll be right back.